watching The Morning Show on Fox 4 Beaumont.
Coming up next on The Morning Show, we're going to find out what's happening with some SMU athletes and former athletes, why they're in town, and what they have to offer Harvey victims. Our James Ware this morning has been busy. He's
very busy.
Kind of done the water situation in Beaumont. He's also checked on schools in Port Arthur. And now I understand he's with some athletes and or former athletes that are here to help folks in Southeast Texas. Right, James?
But if this hurricane hits...
That's absolutely correct. In fact, Damon West has been running all over his hometown of Port Arthur helping people out. But he's contacted some colleges, trips, and Ramon Flanagan here on the coaching staff at SMU, and your players, they've stepped up, they've gotten this load together, and you drove it from Dallas this morning.
By far, you know, my job was the easiest job. Our head coach, Chad Morris, had a vision as soon as this happened that we wanted to reach out. Our support staff, you know, Steve Stegall and Randy Ross had a plan, but our players are definitely the heroes in this deal. You know, we asked them, and as you can see, they produce big time. And so our hearts and prayers are out for the people in this area, and this is the least we could do. We're glad to help.
Yeah, I see a little bit of everything, but right here in these bags is cleaning supplies, and that's really one of the things that's much needed right now for people listening out there.
Yes, sir. You know, our players collected cleaning supplies. You know, they said there was a huge need for water, so, you know, we have cases and cases of water, and then, you know, cloth, diapers, you know, everything that we think, you know, people that are in need would need and be beneficial to them right now.
Yeah. Damon, tell me what you're doing as far as you're going around. I've seen you busy. You've been on Facebook. I mean, you reach out to a lot of these colleges that you've been speaking to, and they've responded by things like this.
Yeah, you know, I picked up the phone and started calling them and say, hey, look, and every day I was out, I would shoot in a different college outfit of where I spoke. And they got back in touch with me. But Randy Ross was the first at SMU. Randy Ross, good Christian guy. He gets back in touch. He said, what can we do to help out the people of Port Arthur, Texas, and Beaumont area? So Randy, we need help. Anything you can send would be great. And he had Ramon Flanagan driving this U-Haul down last night. Ramon and I are talking. And, man, we're just so grateful to SMU for their help. I mean, the people of Port Arthur and Beaumont are hurting. And Orange, the whole area. You know this, James. You've been out there and seen it.
Yeah. So where's Coach Ray Woodard come into this thing? He's down here. He's going to help unload, right?
I'm the muscle. I'm here to help Ramon.
Now, what are you and Ramon's ties? He was here in Beaumont, wasn't he?
Well, we coached together, and he called and said he was coming in, and then he said he needed a little help down here, so I, you know, trying to help out. You know, that's one thing. I've got a lot of time on my hands now, so I can help out and do a lot.
And they needed a little muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the stuff gets heavy.
Exactly.
Those water bottles, water is nice, but man, those cases around.
Water's heavy, yeah. And I want to thank the law firm. Joe Fisher's here representing the Provost Umphrey law firm today. You know, without Provost Umphrey gave me all these days off to go out and help my city. And as a matter of fact, yesterday I was supposed to come back to work. They sent me back for a half day to go out to churches, and even go out to the prison and help out. Without Provost Umphrey, so much in my life would be different. But Joe, I want to thank you, man. Thanks a lot for letting me be a part of this.
Of course, they do a whole lot for this community. You know, financially helping.
Yeah, they've done so much for Port Arthur. We've done a lot of good with this firm.
All right, I don't know who wants to organize this, but we got Coach Ray Woodard here, and that's the big arms. So I think he can start getting unloading, and we'll give him a hand here. And there it is, just one of the many, many, many stories here in Southeast Texas.
Come on.
You know,
got Angeline.
And James, too, a lot of those people, you know, you're talking about the law firm. So many of those guys have traced their roots. Dave Wilson, who's one of the lawyers there, used to be my news director when I was back in the day. Well, you were there, too, Channel 4 back there. So they have connections. People want to reach out. They want to help their neighbors any way they can. So, again, thanks to them.